Welcome back to the MLG Pro League coverage of Season 3. I'm Courage, joined by Maven. Maven, can you hear me, my friend?
I can hear you loud and clear, Jack.
Good.
I'm excited for game number 3.
I can
Epsilon
now hear you.
is winning this series. So, basically,
turned on
I'll
the
host the game 1. They took it. Epsilon hosting the S&D, able to close it out. Now, the big thing to know is Epsilon will have games 4 and 5 on their host. So, this one absolutely has the potential to go the distance, Jack.
If you just tuned in, TK took down TCM in Game 5 in Series number 1. Now hopping into comeback uplink. Maven, predictions for this game. Who do you think's going to take it?
I think Denial will probably take this one in pretty commanding fashion. They're a very, very solid comeback uplink team. I don't think that Epsilon is a very good uplink team. I think this is going to be one they struggle on for sure.
Off the start, Remy inside glass. He's going to be my player to watch for Epsilon. Double negative in both games number 1 and 2. Picked up 1 kill, loses that gunfight versus Slasher, but the drone already in the hands of Epsilon, able to connect his Royalty up 1-0 in just 20 seconds.
We'll have to see if they can continue this type of pace. They are on the quote-unquote weak side right now. This one's been playing relatively 50-50 for teams, though. You can really get a rally going on either side. It's going to be Temp moving forward right now. Ooh. He should have a dunk. He's able to fire that through. The lead for Epsilon only lasts about 20 seconds or so before Denial is able to answer back.
Replays, still in a position where he can slay out the opposing players to get the sandbags. Unfortunately for him, he falls. Nagafen picks up 3 kills with the bow. Royalty cleans up Temp. 4 fall for Denial. The aggression now beginning to come from Epsilon.
Here they go, 4 minutes on the clock. They've got control of glass. They got control of the drone. There is one player waiting inside the glass to peek. I believe that was Hook. He was able to answer with 1, but there should be a 1-point toss going forward for Swanee, able to tie it up 2-2. Close early. This is one of my favorite game types. I hope this is one that remains close down to the wire. As a final minute of tied-up action in uplink can be one of the most exciting things in the game.
Replays, challenging this player. Bottom dirt stomps on Swanee's head. Nagafen, though, still alive in glass. He's the one that's going to stop all this aggression out of Denial. Picks up 2 kills, challenges the 3rd, runs out of ammo there up against Temp. That's 3 straight kills for Denial. They have 2 players inside blue. This should be a very easy dunk. The bigger question really comes down to, can they begin the rally? Unfortunately, though, for them, Remy picked up a massive 2-piece and the pick from Royalty. Flawless play out of Epsilon.
Yeah, they didn't get forward really quick enough. The spawn came in close green. They were able to shut that down. So no points going to be coming in for Denial. The move forward, though, they try to wrap green, and that's just that's a guaranteed dunk. You can't wrap the green and go 4 down. That'll be countered so quickly. That is what's so dangerous about going green side. Typically, you want to play a little safer, whether you're going bottom, middle, or back through glass side. That just ends up biting Epsilon. They give a free dunk. Now Denial able to reset this one. Get everyone set up around glass, try to get control of drone spawn right now. 2.5 left to go, halfway through this first side. So far, not too much to take from it, as Denial is on the stronger side. Personally, I'd like to have a little bit more of a lead right now if I was Denial.
Yeah, especially now that Remy beginning to push out towards yellow side, finally gets taken out by Temp. Royalty baits out his teammate. They get the kill, going for the 1-point play. Gonna connect with that one, 4-3, still a 1-possession game.
Watching Swanee able to pick up 1, trying to clear the way for Remy. Remy should have at least 1. He's able to toss that forward. Going to be tied up now. 2 to go. Drone on spawn. Glass control right now for Denial. The man in is going to be Hook. He's going to have 2 to deal with. He's going to be pushed out by members of Epsilon pretty quick. 3 down. They've got control of the base. This has got to be a dunk. Don't go for 1, Nagafin. You got to clear. Dunk. Get forward. He's going to dip. He's going to dive. Able to pick it up, and they've still got control of the base until he drops. So they can continue a rally until they clear him out of the base. And that's how you have to deal with that. The only way you can really rally on weak side, Jack, is to get control of the opponent's base while also maintaining 1 player around drone. Yep. If you're the opposing people in the lock, you have to make up your mind. You're either all going to push drone spawn or you all retake the base. They sent 3 back to the base. They're able to lock it up, and now they're back in control. Denial pushing. Yeah,
typically the way you kind of decide on what you're going to do is, if we can clear out our base, we send 3 back and clear out the 1 remaining player. If there's too many people on our base, say like 3 or even all 4,
go to drone.
You push all the way through the opposing team's base to flank through bottom glass.
Yep.
Denial not having to do that there, as they got control right back, even scoring the 1-point play, 6-5. This game has been within 1 possession from the start. Remy sliding around, doing all he can. Much stronger start here to game number 3, and it reflects in the score.
Royalty inside of glass in an engagement. He's able to win that one. The drone gets tossed forward. Nagafin's going to need to reset this in a hurry, and the double jump coming in there is going to give the angle for Slashers. He cleans it up. That's going to lead to a dunk. But right now, again, this one can play 50-50 for me, depending on the team's play style. We've seen teams put up a ton of points on the quote-unquote weak side. I still think this is favoring Epsilon a little bit, because this one's pretty much a tie right now.
Denial running this drone towards green. They're going to have 2 players to beat. Remy picks up 1 kill. Nagafen challenges the other. Temp runs outside from sandbags, banks the shot in 8-6. Replays, staying alive, bottom dirt, challenged by Royalty. Not connecting with that gunfight win, but it doesn't matter. 8-6 at the half, Denial in the lead. Not convincing though, Maven.
No, it's not at all. Really what they have to avoid right now, if you're Epsilon, you can get your points consistently throughout. You don't really need to get them in bunches. Go for the 1-pointers when they're available. Go for the dunk if you've got complete control. The main thing you have to avoid at all costs right now, if you're Epsilon, you just can't give up your base. You can't allow that big rally that can come in on weak side when you get those 2, 3, 4 dunks that just spit off in 30 seconds. If they don't give up control of the base, well, you really have to give up control of the base and drone spawn. If they don't give up control like that and allow a rally for Denial, I think they can close this one out, Jack.
Off the start, Ook sitting on that top lamppost. Now beginning to challenge towards glass. 2 of his teammates fall there. He's going to grab this drone, try to rotate it back towards his base. Unfortunately for him, Remy on the flank already takes him down. 8-6 lead for Denial. Glass control going to be so key on side number 2. Also, the aggressive sub of Huke needs to go off if they want any chance of taking this game.
Drone still at spawn. No one really able to get forward yet. First grab is going to be Temp. He's on a 4 streak right now. He's getting shots. He had 1 player to distract. And finally, replays will clean it up. This is at least 1, possibly 2. Looks like he's just going to go ahead and toss it in. I think he could have gone in for a dunk there. He had that like kind of lead blocker type player up there pushing out the base. I think he had an easy 2, but he'll go ahead and take the 1, make the safe play. That's allowed them to rally forward quicker. It almost led to a second. I mean, that would have been pretty much a dunk. When you can rally 1-pointers like that just as quick, Jack, that's why teams sometimes go for that 1 instead of pushing forward for the dunk. If you have someone on that drone spawn, you can get the drone back so quickly, it pretty much is a dunk.
Nagafen has the drone top blue. 2 of his teammates fall. Nice movement inside of blue, but he gets cut down there inside the bookstore. He is trying to stay alive. The Slasher here for help now on top blue. Hoop winning the gunfight outside green. Beautiful clearing of their base from Denial. Now they're going to begin to systematically push this all the way through glass. They've got the final 2 players to beat. They know where they are. Let's see if they can get it done.
Replays had 1 player who's left. 1 player just spawned green. That's going to be flanking behind. He's got 1 to his left as well. Goes for the 1-point toss. Sinks it. 10-6. 2-point or 2 possession. Release advantage right now for Denial. Now the battle for glass and drone control looks like it's going to be favored to Hook right now. He gets a kill. He gets forward. Not able to pick up a second. 2 players going to be pushing him and able to clean that up from Epsilon. The battle for glass still going on. Nagafen gets another. Can he clean it up with a 3rd? Not able to pick that up. And in the midst of all that action, Royalty's like, screw it. I'm going to grab the drone and sneak forward. The interception misses by a hair. Point up for Epsilon.
Nicely played from Royalty. Able to connect with 1-point play. Bad news is, though, they spawned all the way at green. 4 players are alive for Denial. Beautiful kill there on replays to clear out their base. Nagafen, time and time again, getting the kills they need. He's 23-16. Remy takes down Temp off his streak. No one able to do much with the drone.
Royalty, my God. He picks up a kill in glass, mantling, 180 with that 12 cents, able to clean it up. They've got 3 players in and around glass. This is your cue. Get forward. They have to pick up the guy off the top base, though, and that's going to be Remy's job to get him as he falls off. Able to close that out. There's still 1 more player kind of blanking the defense on the side base. That's Hook. He's able to cut down the drone carrier. He's got it. Does he reset it or push glass? Looks like he's going to push forward. He saw his teammates clean up a couple as well. They've got the lead. He's just going to wisely reset that one. And that was good because a couple players dropping in glass. Actually, probably shouldn't reset it now as they're winning those gunfights in glass. Yeah,
you don't really want to gamble it, though. As we saw earlier, Royalty was able to just grab the drone and just run it in right past 2 Denial players. Didn't possibly want to give that one up. Now, though, they can kind of slow push it in. They're still going to connect with the 1-point play.
The interception. I thought he had the interception, but it's going to go just over his head. They're going to extend the lead back to 4, and this is that dangerous lead. You know, the one where you got to push for a couple of dunks when time's getting low. Epsilon just wants to get this to more of a 2-point game as quickly as possible. They don't have any control right now. They're just getting pushed at their base, spawning green over and over again. The one-pointer's coming in.
Play.
And this is kind of what I've talked about. You couldn't allow this to happen. I mean, they've done a good job, at least, of not allowing Denial to get a lot of dunks, but they still haven't had really control of their base for quite some time, Jack. It's just one-pointer, spawn green, one-pointer, spawn green. They're just getting pushed over and over again. Denial able to pull away a bit.
Hook's movement right there was so flawless to get in that one-point play. 3 bursts, gets the drone scored. 3-possession game now as well, up by 6 points. They need a dunk from Epsilon. They're able to connect with it. 44 seconds remaining. 2-possession game.
They get the dunk, but really all you need is 1 reset right now if you're Denial. Unfortunately, though, your base is getting kicked in right now. But look at this. They did what you talked about. They're all going to wrap around. They're going to give up another dunk, and then they're going to fight for drone control. Because if they get drone control and a reset,
Remy just went huge.
Icing. But Remy goes massive. Nagafin wins a big one as well, and he's got it. They're moving forward. They're spawning green. He tosses it up top, but that's unfortunately going to take the gun out of his hand. He needed that player to get forward and try to pick up kills. That pass forward might have actually cost him the game.
Slasher takes down Royalty. They're going to reset the drone. 12 seconds remaining. Epsilon was so close to tying this game up. Slasher wins the gunfight for Swanee.
You can't
4, 3, 2, 1. That's going to do it. Denial narrowly holds on. Almost a full collapse in the final minute. Epsilon losing game number 3.
Nagafin did everything right except tossing to that player top base.
Yep.
Because all he did, I mean, that's the guy that you're relying on to kill the players coming out of green. He tosses in the drone. He no longer has a gun out. He gets cut down immediately. Nagafin pushes forward and dropping. If he just manually tossed that into the base there and allowed, I think it was Royalty, to just push forward, play like he does, get aggressive, at least distract, pick up a kill, they had a dunk there, Jack.
Great
they had a dunk.
Stuff from both
Took the gun out of his
really
hand. I guarantee he was screaming. He was probably not happy.
Both teams had some big kills. Remy showing up for Epsilon, though, the 1.07 KD, much better than the double negative he had in games 1 and 2. 2-1 series lead now for Denial, but we're going to Epsilon's host on retreat hardpoint. Expect Swanee to go off. Don't go anywhere.
Swan Dog.